What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rana out of Houston, Texas. Guys, today we're going to talk about cold calling. What is cold calling and why is cold calling so important? Cold calling is when you're actually calling a prospect without, number one, having a hot building rapport, having a relationship built with that person. And number three, cold calling is when you're just calling them out of the blue. Okay. Why do we use cold calling in real estate? And why do we use cold calling in wholesaling? Is because, in my opinion, it's going to be the most effective way to reach sellers. It is also going to be the fastest way to reach somebody, okay? Because now, unlike direct mail, you're actually not waiting to get in contact with the homeowner, all right? You're immediately getting on the phone with them, right? And you want to make sure that once you're on the phone with them, you want to get them engaging in your conversation, okay? So in this video, we're going to go over a bunch of cold calling techniques, which my staff uses on a daily basis to get properties under contract over the phone. So number one, I went through, right? Why cold calling works, okay? It's going to be cheap and effective, okay? I like cold calling, and we jumped into cold calling because it is, of course, cheap, and it's a cheap and effective way to get sellers on the phone when they are looking to sell their property, or if they're not motivated. Is this the fastest way to get someone on the phone? Number two is you're going to want to use a script, okay? Without a script, you don't have a roadmap. It's like going somewhere. You need navigation, you need GPS. The worst thing you can ever do in a script is sound like a robot. Hello, my name is blank.
I have feelings like everyone else.
Right? You want to flow, right? So the best way to do it is you always want to say the seller's name first. For example, hey Dave, how's it going? This is Ron here, right? Or hey Laura, how's it going? This is Ron here. The first initial reaction somebody's going to have when you do that is, who is this, right? Because at that point, you're building a rapport with the seller, and they think that you know them or they know you, okay? And they're just trying to figure out who you are. But if you call them, just like any other telemarketer out there, hi, can I speak to Mrs. Jones? Or can I speak to Mr. Jones? No, he's not here right now. The first thing you'll get is an objection right away, or you'll probably get hung up on. Speaking of objections, you are going to get hung up on, okay? You're going to get hung up on. You're going to get cussed at. People are going to tell you to go F off. That's a part of the process, okay? Cold calling is a numbers game. For every no you get, there's going to be a yes, okay? For every no you're going to get, there is going to be a yes. So you want to make sure to get the no's first out of the way so you can finally get the yes, I'm looking to sell my property, okay? You also want to make a goal. When you're cold calling people, right, our team has a goal, a set goal of between 85 to 170 calls a day, okay? If they do more calls, the more they're going to be able to reach people. This is all about a numbers game, okay? When you're cold calling with people, all you're gonna face is a bunch of rejection. You're gonna face, I'm not selling my house. But then you're gonna face that one person who's going through death, divorce, they've inherited a property, or the property is just vacant, okay? Once again, you wanna get all the no's out of the way first in order to get to your yes, and this is all about a numbers game, okay? Now, the 80 plus to 170 plus calls that I just mentioned are kind of the benchmark, okay? The more calls you make, the more likely you are to get connected with people. Some of the best times that we like to call people is going to be from, we're going to pick different times in the day, okay? First thing in the morning when you come in at 9 a.m. is usually a pretty good time. You're catching them right when they're in traffic going to work. At lunchtime, between 12 to 1 is a great time. Our most favorite time would be after 5 o'clock. After 5 p.m., you will most likely get more people on the line because they're in traffic and they don't know who's been calling them, etc. Okay? When you're calling people, you don't want to leave a voicemail on the first try, because if you do leave a voicemail, and they check their voicemail, they're not going to call you back. The whole goal is to make this a contact sport. The more people you contact, the more you're going to win, okay? The more people that call you back, the more you're going to be able to do deals, okay? The first call, you'd never want to leave a voicemail nor a text message. The second call, you definitely want to leave a text message. Hey, this is Ron here. I'm actually flipping a property in your neighborhood. I did notice your property. I wanted to see if you were looking to sell your house, okay? If they don't respond, on the third phone call, you always want to leave a voice message and a text message, okay? And then you want to put up on a drip campaign. What is a drip campaign? A drip campaign happens when you're following up with the individual every other day. So if I call them on a Monday, the next time I'm going to call them is going to be on a Wednesday, okay? It's either going to be a Tuesday evening or a Wednesday. If they don't pick up on Wednesday, I'm calling again on Friday, okay? And you always want to switch up the times that you're calling. So Monday, say if you call at 9 a.m., they don't pick up, you want to call them back at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. So that way they know, oh, hey, I don't recognize this number. Let me pick up this phone call. So, but if you keep calling them, they're going to recognize your number, okay? Most importantly, what you want to do is when you're cold calling people is you want to be able to build rapport with people, okay? I would suggest what I do is, and how we train our team, is to look for landmarks around the area, okay? You always want to mention different landmarks. Either it's a church, or either it's a school, or either it's a fast food restaurant. Or you can say, hey, I'm calling you about your property here. It's right across the First Baptist Church, right on Luther and St. Arnold Avenue, right? You always want to be a local to them. Even though if you're virtually wholesaling, okay, you always want to make sure that you're addressing a certain type of monument, a school around the area, because at that point you are a local expert. Because remember, you told them, hey, I was driving around your property, I noticed your property, and I wanted to see if you're looking to sell your property, okay? Most importantly, when you're cold calling, all the no's that you're going to get, you need to file those no's. So when you go back and make these phone calls, the fortune is going to be in the follow-up. You always want to follow up with your sellers, okay? I'm telling you guys, 85% of our deals are going to be through follow-ups. No one is going to ever sell you their house unless they're extremely motivated. They've got a death, divorce, they've inherited a property, they just don't want anymore. We've been running into people now because it's the end of the year. They're taking action more quickly. And they're saying, yeah, I want to go ahead and sell my property on the first or second phone call. But mainly it is the fortune is going to be in the follow-up, okay? So we're coming towards the end of the video now. I spoke to you guys a little bit on cold calling. I spoke to you guys a little bit on how our team cold calls. Listen, if you guys would like a script, send me a direct message, okay? I need you guys to smash that like button and make sure you guys subscribe and press that bell icon. I'm going to be giving away scripts that we use here in the office to lock deals down virtually and locally over the phone. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Rana signing out. Peace out.